welcome to the deep dive. All right, let's set aside the usual stuff for a bit today. We're gonna take a trip, more like a taste trip, straight to somewhere warm and sunny.
Sounds good to me. What do we got?
We've got this really interesting collection, kind of like inspiration notes, called Tropical Tides. It's looking ahead to, well, innovative whiskey cocktails for summer 2025.
Oh, nice. Tropical tides. I like that. So whiskey and tropical flavors. That can be tricky, but also really rewarding.
Exactly. It's about taking that familiar warmth of whiskey, the depth, and crashing it right into those bright, zesty tropical tastes.
Yeah, moving away from maybe the leather armchair vibe and more towards sandy feet and sunshine.
Totally. Think about like bourbon's caramel notes meeting sharp pineapple, or maybe spicy rye getting friendly with creamy coconut. That's what we're diving into.
Trying to unlock how those combinations work, how they taste, how they feel.
Right. Giving everyone listening a shortcut to understanding these new trends. Maybe spark some ideas for a get-together or, just a really nice drink for yourself.
And I bet there's a range. It can't all be tiki bombs, right? There must be lighter stuff too.
Oh yeah, the sources show everything from like breezy highballs to richer, more complex drinks. It seems like the mixologists are really pushing boundaries here.
Challenging the old ideas about what a whiskey cocktail, especially a summer whiskey cocktail, can be. It's not just whiskey sodas anymore.
Definitely not. These are cocktails that scream vacation. Okay, ready to jump in? Let's start with the Sun-Kissed Whiskey Tide.
Sun-Kissed Whiskey Tide. Okay. Sounds promising. What's the base?
It starts solid. Premium bourbon, 50 milliliters. That nice vanilla caramel backbone.
Right, a good foundation. And the sun-kissed part.
That comes from 30 milliliters of freshly pressed pineapple juice. Bright, tangy.
Freshly pressed is key there. Huge difference in flavor.
Absolutely. Then 20 milliliters of pure coconut water. And this is the light stuff, right? Not the heavy cream.
Yeah, exactly. Just that hint of coconut. Keeps it refreshing, doesn't weigh it down.
Yeah.
Lets the bourbon and pineapple still shine.
Then for that essentializing, 15 milliliters of fresh lime juice. Cuts through the sweetness.
Always need that balance. And sweetness.
Just 10 milliliters home honey syrup. Simple 1-to-1 honey and water. Adds that natural sweetness that works so well with, both the bourbon and the fruit.
Makes sense. So how do you put it all together? Just shake it.
Yep, super simple. Combine everything: bourbon, pineapple, coconut water, lime, honey syrup in a shaker with ice.
Give it a good hard shake. Get it nice and cold.
You got it. Shake it till it's chilled, then strain into a highball glass filled with fresh ice.
Highball glass. Okay. Keeps it light and bubbly looking, I imagine. Garnish.
Simple but effective. A pineapple wedge and a sprig of mint. Looks inviting, smells great.
And the insight from the bartender notes.
They mentioned that the highball glass really shows off the drink, the layers, invites you to appreciate that blend of robust whiskey and bright tropical notes.
Wow.
It poses the question, have you ever questioned how a simple twist can transform a classic?
That's a good point. This sounds like a really gentle, accessible way to start thinking about whiskey differently in the summer. Bourbon and pineapple, done right.
It really does. A nice, sunny introduction. Okay, ready for something with a bit more fire. Let's look at the Tropical Ember.
Tropical Ember. Ooh, okay. The name suggests maybe some spice.
Definitely. This one switches to rye whiskey, 45 milliliters, so you get that spicier, peppery base compared to the bourbon.
Rye can handle bolder flavors. What's it paired with?
Well, 25 milliliters of passion fruit puree. That's got such an intense, tart, aromatic, tropical flavor.
Passion fruit is fantastic. Sweet, tangy, almost floral. Stands up well to rye, I think.
Then comes the Ember, 15 milliliters of ginger syrup. This sounds like it brings some real heat, a spicy kick.
Ah, okay. Ginger syrup. Not just ginger ale, but the concentrated stuff. That'll provide that underlying warmth.
Exactly. And for acidity, this time it's 20 milliliters of fresh lemon juice. A bit brighter, maybe sharper than lime.
Yeah, lemon often cuts through a bit more sharply.
Right.
Anything else?
Just a dash of Angostura bitters. The classic cocktail seasoning to add complexity.
Right. Angostura helps tie everything together, so preparation. Still shaking.
Yes, but slightly different. Mix the rye, passion fruit, ginger syrup, lemon, and bitters in a shaker, but this time with crushed ice.
Crushed ice. Interesting. Chills faster, dilutes a bit more maybe.
Could be. Shake it well, strain into a Collins glass, that tall, straight one, also filled with crushed ice, and then...
There's a topping.
Yep, top with ginger beer.
Ah, double ginger. Reinforces that ember theme with fizz and spice.
Nice. garnish.
A lemon twist and a fresh mint sprig. Good contrast aromatically.
And the insight. What's the take on this one?
It mentions the sleek Collins glass enhances the ginger beer bubbles, making that dance between spice from the rye and ginger and the tropical sweetness of passion fruit more intense. It asks, is it time to question what you know about flavor balance?
It definitely sounds like a step up in complexity from the Sun-Kissed Tide. Bolder, spicier, playing with expectations. Absolutely, a more adventurous mix. Okay, so we had sunny and refreshing and fiery and complex. Where next? How about the citrus beach breeze?
Citrus beach breeze. Sounds light, airy, maybe tart.
That's the vibe. And this one's cool. It starts with 50 milliliters of your favorite whiskey blend. Gives you some flexibility.
Oh, I like that. Lets you use what you have or tailor it. A lighter blend for more citrus focus, a richer one for more backbone. Smart.
And the citrus is front and center. 20 milliliters of freshly squeezed grapefruit juice.
Grapefruit, okay. That slightly bitter edge along with the tartness.
Right, plus 15 milliliters of fresh lemon juice. So a real citrus punch.
Double dose of bright acidity. Has it sweetened?
With 10 milliliters of agave syrup, which is a bit more neutral than honey, right? Lets the citrus really pop.
Yeah, agave is good for that. Doesn't overpower. And I see orange bitters here too, just a dash.
Yep, layering those citrus notes. It's like a whole citrus section in a glass.
Sounds like it. Prep. Shaken again.
Vigorously shaken. Whiskey blend, grapefruit, lemon, agave, orange bitters. Shake hard with ice until it's super cold.
Then strained into what kind of glass?
A hurricane glass filled with cubed ice.
Ah, the classic curvy tropical glass.
Yeah.
Definitely sets a mood.
Totally. And then it's topped with soda water for some fizz.
Just a splash to lighten it up.
Garnish. A thin grapefruit slice. And interestingly, a fresh basil leaf.
Basil. Okay, that herbaceous note with grapefruit and lemon. That could be really nice. Adds a little unexpected twist.
Yeah, a savory hit. The insight mentions the hurricane glass's shape is great for aromatic garnishes like that basil. It asks, are you ready to let tart citrus and subtle sweetness spark your imagination?
It sounds incredibly refreshing, like perfect for a really hot day. That grapefruit basil combo is intriguing.
Agreed. Okay, let's shift from that breezy feel to something maybe a bit richer. How about the Island Gold Rush?
Island Gold Rush. Okay, sounds luxurious. What's the base?
This calls for 50 milliliters of a smooth aged whiskey. Suggests something mellow, maybe with those deeper vanilla oaky notes.
Right, something refined to pair with. What's the goal?
Mango puree, 30 milliliters of it. Rich, sweet, velvety mango.
Ugh. Mango. Quintessential tropical fruit.
Yeah.
That puree texture will add a lot of body.
Definitely. Then 20 milliliters of honey syrup, back to honey here, probably works well with the mango and aged whiskey.
Honey and mango is a classic combo. And for balance, still need acidity.
Yep. 15 milliliters of fresh lemon juice to cut through the richness. That sweet tart balance again.
It's the recurring theme for making these work, isn't it? Any fizz?
Just a splash of club soda at the very end, just to lift it slightly.
Okay. And the method.
Shake the whiskey, mango puree, honey syrup, and lemon juice with ice. Shake it really well to get that mango integrated.
Emulsified almost.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then strain it over a single large ice cube in a rocks glass.
Rocks glass, large cube. Okay, signifies a sipping drink. Slow dilution, savor the flavors.
Nice.
Garnish.
Elegant. A thin slice of mango and a sprig of rosemary.
Rosemary. With mango and whiskey. That's interesting. Herbaceous, piney notes against the sweet tropical fruit. Bold.
It sounds like a great contrast. The insight says the rocks glass highlights the layered textures and bold flavors, calling it a gold rush of tropical sweetness. It asks, dare to discover if this blend can redefine your evening ritual.
It sounds quite sophisticated. Richer than the others, perhaps.
Yeah.
A good bridge between a classic whiskey drink and something more exotic.
I think so too. Okay, let's push further into the tiki territory with the Maui Mist.
Maui Mist evokes that tropical island feel immediately. What's in this one?
Starts with 45 milliliters of a robust whiskey. So something with character, maybe a higher proof bourbon or a rye.
Okay, needs to stand up to other strong flavors, I guess. Like what?
Like 20 milliliters of orgeat syrup.
Orgeat, the almond syrup. Classic tiki ingredient. Adds that specific nutty sweetness. Maybe a hint of floral from orange flower water, usually.
Exactly. Plus 20 milliliters of bright pineapple juice, familiar territory there.
And 15 milliliters of fresh lime juice for balance. The usual suspect.
Right. But here's the twist. 10 milliliters of elderflower liqueur.
Ooh, elderflower. Delicate, floral, slightly sweet. That's a sophisticated touch alongside the orgeat and pineapple. Creates a really complex profile.
It sounds lovely. Adds another aromatic layer. How's it made?
Pretty standard tiki approach, it seems. Combine everything whiskey, orgeat, pineapple, lime, elderflower in a shaker with crushed ice.
Crushed ice again, shake it briskly.
Yep, shake it fast and hard, then strain into a tiki mug, also packed with crushed ice.
Gotta have the tiki mug for a Maui mist, just feels right. What about the garnish?
Something suitably exotic, an edible orchid or a pineapple fan. Really leans into that island aesthetic.
Yikes.
And the insight.
It emphasizes how the tiki mug enhances that interplay between the almond from the orgeat, the pineapple, and the lime. It asks, are you prepared to reimagine tradition? This definitely takes whiskey somewhere unexpected.
It sounds delicious, actually. Complex, aromatic, definitely tiki-inspired, but with that whiskey backbone. I like the sound of that one.
Me too. Okay, from misty islands to vibrant reefs, let's check out the Coral Reef Whiskey Fizz.
Coral Reef Whiskey Fizz. Okay, the name suggests color. Is there blue curacao involved?
Spot on. 20 milliliters of blue curacao, giving it that stunning bright blue color.
Knew it. Makes it visually striking, like tropical water. What else?
50 milliliters of whiskey, 20 milliliters of fresh coconut water, again the light stuff.
Keeping it refreshing.
0.15 milliliters of fresh lime juice, and 10 milliliters of simple syrup this time, just for straightforward sweetness.
Okay, so whiskey, blue curacao for color and orange flavor, coconut water, lime, simple syrup. Sounds pretty balanced. How's the fizz part come in?
First, you shake all those ingredients except the soda water with ice. Shake well, get it cold.
Strain into.
A highball glass with fresh ice, again, showing off that amazing blue color.
And then top with soda water.
Exactly. That's the fizz.
Yeah.
Adds sparkle and lightness.
Sun. Garnish has to be playful for this one, right?
Totally. A lime wheel and a mini paper umbrella.
Uh-huh. Classic. Can't have a blue drink without an umbrella sometimes.
Pretty much. The insight notes the highball glass reflects those reef colors and highlights the crisp finish. It asks, isn't it time to let your cocktail reflect the beauty of nature?
It's definitely a visually fun drink. Maybe a bit sweeter with the blue curacao and simple syrup, but the coconut water and soda would keep it drinkable, a real eye-catcher.
Absolutely. A little bit of theater in the glass. All right, moving on to the Whiskey Tropicana.
Whiskey Tropicana sounds classic, maybe, but with whiskey.
Yeah, it has some familiar elements. 50 milliliter whiskey, 25 milliliter fresh lime juice, 15 milliliter agave nectar.
Okay, that whiskey sour base, structure spirit, citrus, sweetener. Using agave again?
Right, but then it adds 10 milliliters of orange liqueur, like a Cointreau or triple sec.
Ah, okay. Adding that bright orange dimension intensifies the citrus.
And 2 dashes of orange bitters to layer it even more.
So really focusing on that orange and lime interplay with the whiskey. Interesting. What's the prep?
This one starts differently. You gently muddle a few fresh mint leaves in the shaker first.
Muddle mint, okay, like a mojito or mint julep starting point, releases those oils.
Exactly. And then add the whiskey, lime, agave, orange liqueur, orange bitters, and ice. Shake it energetically.
Get those mint oils mixed in well and strain into
a chilled coupe glass.
Coupe. Okay, elegant. Adds a touch of sophistication compared to a highball or rocks glass.
Definitely. Garnish is simple. A mint sprig and a lime zest twist. Echoes the ingredients.
Makes sense? And the insight focuses on
the refinement, how the coupe enhances the aroma, especially that muddled mint. It asks you to explore how citrus and mint create a sophisticated experience and asks, are you ready for this refined revolution?
It sounds like a more grown-up, nuanced tropical drink. The mint and orange combo with whiskey and a coupe. Yeah, that sounds pretty refined.
It does. Less overtly beach party, maybe more stylish terrace bar.
Okay, ready for something smoky? Let's hit the beach bonfire.
Beach bonfire. Okay, intriguing name, definitely suggests smoke. How do they achieve that?
With 20 milliliters of a house-made smoked chili syrup alongside 50 milliliters of whiskey.
Whoa, smoked chili syrup. That's bold, sweet, smoky, and spicy. This sounds intense. It really does. To balance that, you've got 15 milliliters of fresh lime juice and 10 milliliters of grapefruit juice.
Lime and grapefruit again. Good combo for cutting through richness and spice. That bitter edge from the grapefruit probably works well with smoke.
I think so.
Yeah.
And a dash of aromatic bitters to round it out.
Okay, so whiskey, smoked chili syrup, lime, grapefruit, bitters. Serious flavors. Prep must be straightforward.
Yeah, mix everything with ice in a shaker, but the instruction says shake with intent.
Uh-huh. Love that. Put some muscle into it, get those bold flavors mingling.
Exactly. Then strain over a large ice cube in a rocks glass.
Rocks glass, big cube again. For sipping and contemplating the intensity, I guess, garnish has to match the name.
It does. A charred grapefruit slice.
Charred, nice catch. More smoky bitterness.
And a chili pepper, just sitting there hinting at the heat.
Wow. That's a statement garnish. So the insight,
Calls it a conversation starter, notes the rocks glass frames the bold, smoky, spicy character. Then it asks, quite directly, does your palate dare to explore its daring complexity?
yeah, that's not for the faint of heart. Sounds fascinating, though. Definitely memorable.
Yeah.
A real departure from the sweet and fruity stuff.
Totally different direction. Okay, let's swing back to something maybe a bit more visually classic tiki. The Tiki Sunset.
Tiki sunset. I'm picturing layers already. Grenadine involved.
You know it. But first, the base. 45 milliliter whiskey, 20 milliliter passion fruit liqueur this time.
Liqueur, okay. Sweetened passion fruit flavor.
And 30 milliliters of freshly squeezed orange juice.
So whiskey, passion fruit, orange. Sounds like a solid tropical mix. Now the sunset part.
Right, you shake those three: whiskey, passion fruit liqueur, orange juice with crushed ice, shake well.
Strain into tiki mug, I assume.
Yep, tiki mug filled with more crushed ice.
Yeah.
And then you slowly pour in 10 milliliters of grenadine.
Ah, slow pour. So it sinks to the bottom.
Yeah.
Creates that layered red to orange effect, the classic tequila sunrise technique, but tiki style with whiskey.
Exactly, it's all about that visual drama.
Very cool. Garnish.
Classic sunset-icky vibes. An orange wheel and a bright red cherry.
Perfect. And the insight probably focuses on the look.
Pretty much. Emphasizes the tiki mug and that striking visual display, the cascade of colors. It asks, will this vibrant spectacle redefine your notion of a perfect end-of-day drink?
It's certainly a fun, visually appealing way to end the day. Pure escapism in a mug.
Definitely captures that sunset vibe.
Huh.
Okay, one last stop on our tour. The Lagoon Dream.
Lagoon Dream. Sounds creamy, maybe decadent.
That's exactly the impression. It's got 50 milliliter whiskey, but then 30 milliliters of coconut cream.
Coconut cream. Okay, so thick, rich, intense coconut flavor and texture. Very different from the coconut water earlier.
Totally. Plus 20 milliliter pineapple juice,
Yeah.
15 milliliter fresh lime juice, and just 5 milliliters of simple syrup.
So like a pina colada structure almost, but with whiskey instead of rum and maybe less sweet. Still needs that lime balance against the rich cream and pineapple.
Precisely. And there's a dash of aromatic bitters here too, adding a little complexity underneath the creaminess.
Interesting touch. How's this one made? Shaken.
Nope. This one's unique for the list. It's blended.
Blended, like a frozen drink.
Exactly. All ingredients: whiskey, coconut cream, pineapple, lime, simple syrup. Bitters go into a blender with crushed ice. Blend until smooth.
Wow, okay. A frozen whiskey tiki drink.
Mm.
That's different. Served how?
Poured into a pre-frosted martini glass.
Frosted martini glass.
Yeah.
Keeps that blended chill locked in. Sounds very luxurious, almost like dessert.
It does. The insight calls it velvety dessert-like and highlights how the frosted glass ensures a cool escape.
Garnish is toasted coconut flakes.
Nice texture and nutty aroma.
And a pineapple wedge.
Classic finish. And the final question.
Can you imagine a dreamier way to beat the heat?
Ha! For a creamy frozen cocktail lover, probably not. Sounds like a seriously indulgent way to enjoy whiskey and heat.
It really does. A proper treat.
So that's quite a range we've covered. From light and fizzy to rich and blended, smoky, spicy. Quite the journey.
Absolutely. This Tropical Tides collection, it's definitely more than just recipes, isn't it? It's like an invitation to play, to see how whiskey can work in these, well, unexpected tropical settings. Bringing the beach to your glass. Yeah, and thinking about those bartender insights sprinkled throughout. Things like staying curious, crafting experiences, not just drinks, embracing innovation, sharing ideas.
Right, those aren't just for bartenders. That applies to, well, pretty much anything you're trying to learn or get better at.
Yeah.
Staying open, trying new things.
Exactly. Whether it's mixing drinks or tackling a different kind of project entirely, that mindset of exploration is key.
Totally agree. So we've had this glimpse into some really creative combinations today. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, what other unexpected pairings are out there? Not just in drinks, but maybe in food too.
Yeah. How can you take something familiar, like whiskey, and pair it with something exotic or unexpected to create something totally new and exciting?
Something to think about. What surprising combinations might you, listening right now, be inspired to try? It could be anything.
Definitely food for thought. Or drink for thought.
Drink for thought. Perfect. Well, until our next deep dive, keep exploring those flavors. Cheers.